Listen to me. Too many people are living asleep while standing on their feet. Too many dreams have been buried alive because the mind is distracted, the heart is broken, and the will is weak. But hear me tonight. God did not create you to stay down, defeated, and unfocused. He breathed his divine power into you so you could rise, see clearly, purpose. The same God who put galaxies in the sky and rivers in the earth put power in you. And I came here to tell somebody, it is time to G2P and focus. You cannot change your life until you change your focus. You cannot walk into your destiny looking backwards. You cannot receive what God has for you if your attention is scattered on everything but him. So tonight, I want you to hear this deep in your spirit. Focus is not just about your eyes. It's about your energy, your faith, your discipline, your determination. When you focus, you align yourself with the power of God, and nothing can stop you. When I say focus gives you direction, I'm not talking about something small. I'm talking about something that can reshape your entire destiny. Without focus is like a ship without a compass. Imagine a sailor in the middle of the ocean, water stretching endlessly on every side, but no compass, no stars, no map to guide him. He may have the strongest ship, the best sails, the bravest crew, but if he doesn't know where he's going, he'll drift endlessly in circles. That's exactly what happens when a person lives without focus. You wake up each day, you move, you work, you talk, but without direction, you never truly arrive anywhere. You're busy, but not effective. You're moving, but not progressing. And the worst feeling is to live years of your life with energy spent, only to look back and realize you never really went where you were meant to go. Focus is God's gift of clarity. It's like a divine compass in your spirit that points you to your purpose. But the problem is most people allow distractions to drown out that compass. Distraction is the thief of destiny. Think about it. How many dreams have been delayed because someone couldn't focus? How many people start something with passion only to quit halfway because their eyes wander to something else? How many students begin school with big goals but lose focus on their studies and spend more time scrolling through their phone than working on their future? Focus doesn't just decide what you do, it decides who you become. Now let me give you an example you can picture. Imagine an archer holding a bow and arrow. He pulls the string back, the arrow is ready, but his eyes are wandering. 1 second he looks at the target, the next second he looks at the crowd, then he looks at the birds flying above, then he looks at the ground below. No matter how strong his bow is, no matter how sharp his arrow is, if his focus is scattered, that arrow will never hit the target. Life is the same way. Your energy, your talents, your time are the arrows. God gave you all the tools, but without focus, you keep missing the mark. Focus isn't about working harder, it's about seeing clearer. There are people who sweat every day, who push, who hustle, but they're not moving in the right direction. And then there are those who choose to lock in, to concentrate, and their results multiply because they're not wasting energy on what doesn't matter. When you focus, you cut out the noise, and suddenly you hear the whisper of God's guidance. When you focus, you stop chasing everything and you start chasing what was meant for you. Look at the sun. The same sunlight that warms your skin every day becomes powerful enough to burn when concentrated through a magnifying glass. That's what your life is like. Scattered energy feels warm, but doesn't produce results. Concentrated focus can ignite fire and create transformation. Some of you have been wondering why you feel stuck, why your life feels like it's moving but not changing. The answer is not in doing more. The answer is in focusing more. Every great invention, every great achievement, every great leader you admire came through focus. The airplane was not created by someone who dabbled a little here and a little there. It was created by people who devoted their eyes, their hands, their minds fully on one dream until it became reality. Focus turns impossible into possible because it channels all your energy into one direction. Now think about your own daily life. You want to grow in your work, but you spend more time worrying about what others think than building your skill. You want to build your health, but you keep focusing on excuses instead of discipline. You want to have peace, but you keep focusing on the noise of negativity around you. What you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you see more problems. If you focus on possibilities, you see solutions. If you focus on the pain grows. If you focus on purpose, the purpose becomes clear. God placed greatness in you, but greatness doesn't come alive in distraction. It comes alive in focus. Think about a seed. You can plant it in the soil, but if you keep digging it up, moving it around, checking every day if it grew, it will never take root. But if you leave it planted, if you focus on watering it, nurturing it, protecting it from weeds, one day it will break through the ground and grow into a tree. Your dreams are the same. Stop digging them up and doubting them. Focus on watering them consistently and they will grow. So hear me when I say this focus gives you direction. Focus is the reason why some people rise while others remain the same. Focus is the difference between wandering and arriving, between dreaming and living, between potential and fulfillment. If you want to live a life that matters, if you want to walk in the destiny God designed for you, then set your focus. Fix your eyes on where you need to go. Shut down the noise that pulls you sideways. Stop being distracted by things that don't add to your future. And when you focus, you'll find that God has already been waiting for you on the path of purpose. Life has a way of testing every single one of us. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, struggles will visit your life. Some struggles are big, like financial setbacks, broken relationships, or health challenges. Others are small, like daily frustrations, distractions, and disappointments. But here's the truth. Struggles by themselves do not break you. It is how you choose to face them that decides whether they destroy you or build you. And the secret is this: when you focus, your struggles can be turned into your greatest strength. Most people look at their struggles and see them as walls, barriers, or chains. They see the hardship as something meant to crush them. But what if I told you that the same struggle trying to weigh you down could actually be the very tool God uses to lift you up? The difference is focus. When you scatter your mind, when you keep looking at everything going wrong, when you compare your pain to someone else's blessing, your struggle feels heavier than you can bear. But when you focus, when you fix your eyes on the lesson, on the growth, on the purpose within the pain, the weight turns into training. It doesn't break you, it builds you. Think about the gym. Every weightlifter will tell you the truth. Muscles do not grow without resistance. If the weight is light, the body does not change. Growth comes from heavy lifting, from resistance that pushes your strength to a new level. But here's the key. If you're distracted while lifting, if you're sloppy, if your focus is scattered, you injure yourself. However, if you stay locked in, eyes forward, mind present, muscles engaged, the same weight that could hurt you will actually shape you. Life works the same way. Struggles are the weights. And focus is the discipline that turns those weights into strength. Now let me make it real with a story. Imagine a young student who failed an important exam. For many, that failure could mean the end, the belief that they aren't smart enough, that they don't have what it takes. They could lose hope, lose direction, and give up. But another student in the same situation decides to focus differently. Instead of focusing on shame or defeat, they focus on what went wrong, on what they can learn, on how they can prepare better. That focus transforms the failure into a teacher. That struggle becomes the very reason they rise higher in the future. Same exam, same pain, but two different outcomes, all because of focus. Struggles will always come, but they don't all have to end in defeat. A storm can drown you, or it can teach you how to swim. A fire can burn you, or it can refine you like gold. The difference is where you put your focus. If you fix your eyes on the problem grows larger than life. If you focus on the solution, the growth, the opportunity, the problem shrinks into perspective. Every struggle is a classroom, but only the focused mind learns the lesson. When you stay focused in a season of struggle, you stop asking